finisher he's becoming.
Lane, Oladipo. Oh! That's right. You better mean mug after you dunk on somebody that way.
Gonna run it down. He goes with it. Adebayo for the win.
Yerp, welcome to the fucking post game show. Blah blah blah. Squale squale. Yo, motherfuck this team, bro. Like I look, bro. They've lost the same game 2 times in a row. You play teams without. First time you played them without their 2 best players. Now you play the team without their 3 best players. You get fucking smoked. I knew we was cooked the minute Jimmy made his first 2 threes. Like, I knew this shit was a wrap, bro. This game was so infuriating, bro. It was so infuriating, bro, because you expected them to come back much better than they did. Look, bro, this shit here, bro, at this point, bro, I don't want to hear anybody else tell me about no fucking 1 seed. I don't want to hear them talk about we're fine, they'll be okay. I don't want to hear that shit. We're seeing real problems with this team manifest itself in multiple games. And now we got the best player on the team going after the coach. Bro, what the fuck going on here, bro? Gadiel Cartagena. Sorry, didn't introduce you. Gad's here. So is Kane Kendall. But fuck all that. Gad, what are we looking at, bro?
I'm embarrassed. Like, this is one of the first few times I understand you want to get in all that culture, guts, bullshit. They're passionate, like, showing itself on the floor. No, this is the best player on your team, what's supposed to be your franchise player, highest paid player, the leader of your organization, going at the head coach and the sole coach of the team in the middle of a game where his ass is getting whooped 19-0 in the third quarter by Jordan Poole bank shots from 35 feet away. This is embarrassing. This is an embarrassing moment, and I know, like, it can be this turning point, whatever, like, oh, they can rally. I don't want to hear all that stuff right now. Like, this is the type of shit that cannot happen. And you look at Jimmy Butler's track record, whatever it may be, there's moments where these types of things happen, and then it just fizzles out. It doesn't work with your organization anymore, and I really hope it doesn't get to that point. But, man, that was one of the most embarrassing stretches, games, moments that I've seen as a Heat fan. This is not Heat culture. This is just stupid shit. This is your coach not getting along, your star player not getting along, a bunch of people doing a bunch of stuff that they shouldn't be doing. And I think a lot of people are trying to boil this down to, oh, they just got mad that they're playing poorly, whatever it may be, right? This feels like something to me with Jimmy and Spo butting heads like that. That feels like something that's been brewing for a while now. It has to, because there's no way that comes to rear its head like this that badly. Embarrassing loss, embarrassing performance. This is the worst case scenario.
Yeah, bro. Like, the worst case scenario as a 1 seed. And, like, look, I know people are going to say that we're panicking. You're going to say, relax. Look, bro. This is down. like there are 9 games left in the season. We just lost back-to-back games like this. With Jimmy scoring 20, Bam scoring 20 plus, and Kyle Lowry finally shooting the goddamn ball. This team has legitimate issues, and that 1 seed is not going to save you because you have 5 teams in the Eastern Conference who have a legit claim to the 1 seed, who could be a 1 seed. Thank you, B. Weezy Bird, for the $4.99. Don't know. He said, depending on how we finish this season, we may see the last days of Jimmy in a Heat jersey. Not great to see this late in the year. I think we're at least 2 seasons away from being able to do something with Jimmy in that contract. Like, I mean, of course, every contract is movable, but it's like, you don't want to talk about that. Like, you don't want to get that hyperbolic in a moment like this, where, you know what I mean, you're talking about ship Jimmy ass off or whatever, because Jimmy is still our best player. But there's an issue with him being our best player that we have to talk about. And like, I don't know, bro. What's up? Yeah.
Is he the best player, or does he have the best role?
He has the best role. I don't think he's the best player on the team.
I think there is a scenario in which you have to enable Bam Adebayo. I know this is not what we want to talk about right now, but if you enable Bam, I think there's a scenario in which Bam could probably outproduce whatever it is that Jimmy's doing. And that's no disrespect to Jimmy. He's a fine player in his own right. But at some point, you talk about who has the keys to the franchise, the keys to the offense. Who are you building your team around? I think you got to take a look, and you got to shift from 22 to 13. You just have to do it at some point. I think that's the conversation that we're moving towards, at least.
I think we were having that conversation where we were talking about them handing over the keys to the youngins, because that has been infinitely like it looks more sustainable than what we getting from our quote unquote vets. Thank you, John Mullen, for the 199. Don't know. He said heat culture is going to get smoked on ESPN. I rarely, if ever, give a shit about what ESPN
They should. This is an embarrassing moment. Like, fire up all the slander that you want. I want this team to hear it. This is a terrible moment. This is not what you want to see as a Heat fan.
Hell no. So thank you, James Todd, for the $20. Don't know. Listen, bro, I really want to give you the energy that you deserve, bro. But right now, my blood is goddamn it boiling. But I really do appreciate this money, big dog. So I'm gonna go ahead and read your comment. He said 3-game stretch next week on the road at the Celtics, at the Bulls, and Raptors. Could easily be the 4 seed by the end of that trip. F the 1 seed. This is absolutely disgusting, and UD should have put hands on Jimmy. Period. I agree with every goddamn word you just said, James. Thank you, B. Weezy Bird, for the 199. Don't know. He said Jimmy is stupidly locked in, punching Spo. Bro, listen, bro. If that would have came to blows, bro, Jimmy would have been up out of here no matter what his contract is, bro. Like, he could still be on the Heat, and he would not be with this team. Thank you, James Todd, again, for the $5. Don't know. He said Jimmy can't be our best player when he can't hit a jumper consistently. No way in hell. Those 2 threes earlier in the game were fool's gold. I told you I knew we were cooked when the minute he hit them. What else we got here? Thank you, B. Weezy Bird, again. Y'all boy going back and forth with the money. Now y'all trying to brighten my day. Don't do that. He said, not really being hyperbolic, but you don't want the cancer to grow to the point that it hurts the organization and the young guys like Bam long term. I don't think Jimmy's going to be able to do that. Like, I think they'll get his ass out of here before they feel like he's starting to turn Bam into what that is. Thank you, SRT Dre, for the 199. Don't know. He said, frog emoji T. Good enough for me, my boy. Thank you, OK, for the 199. Don't know. He said 18 mil, taking off the floor with 3 minutes down 10. I think we are so far beyond.
I am way past double nickel.
This goes deeper than that. It really
runs
is
so much deeper than double nickel, man.
Like bro. He wasn't even on my list of things to even talk about.
Oh, he not even getting addressed by me.
No. But Kendall, bro, I'm sorry it took so long, but let's get your thoughts on the game, bro.
Nah, shout out to the fans. They throwing the money.
Sure.
Hey, do what y'all do. It's like a pimple. It's come to a head. You know what I'm saying? The white pus is at the head is ready to be popped. The flaws of this team that have been concerning me from the jump, it's coming to a point where the frustration has grown within the team. And like Gaz said, like to lose back-to-back games is one thing. The same way you lost the games, the same way too, defense was bad. But for Jimmy to go at the coach, it's like that just makes you, it lets you know that there's something that's been underlying here, like, because that just don't happen. This is not a playoff game. This ain't game 3 in Indiana. D-Wade going off on Spo. You know what I'm saying? And you can accept it from Wade, but you can't. It's like, Jimmy, bro, we know that you this tough guy and all this supposedly, but not with Spo. It's concerning. It's like, and you know, me personally, I've never been like, I know people got into the Jimmy calling certain players sorry, we better off without him, but it kind of got overblown to me. You know what I'm saying? Those tricks, though, that shit kind of got like on my nerve a little bit. I'm like, all right, bro, like, get off of that. And to see that come out tonight, it's concerning. Age is it's a red flag.
Young teams kill us. They can't keep up.
Yeah, young teams kill us. It's like at this point, I think with the play, obviously not with the play and the mindset, but it's like, damn, the older guys are getting beat, just probably hoping Bam back there to cut off some shit. If they getting beat to the rim, because guys is getting layups at the rim, and it's real concerning. And I mean, I don't hate to say it. I'm lying. I was about to say I don't want to be the guy to say, I told you so. But I said since this team has gotten healthy, they have gotten worse.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And I said, man, when they all get back and they try to iron out them wrinkles in late games and this and that, and it's to the point where it's like late games, they are terrible now, healthy. It's like they trying to incorporate Victor Oladipo, someone I have said I have no faith in. That ain't working. Markieff Morris' feet is in the mud. I mean, that boy, that small ball 5, nope, I don't like it. And, this team, they in trouble. They definitely in trouble.
Like, I mean, and you know what? Sometimes, like, That's okay to say, bro. Like we are for us.
It's the truth.
It's the truth. Like, listen, anybody who does not want to admit that this team is in some kind of trouble come playoff time, you're fooling yourselves. And if you're a person in our position where your job is to, go ahead and go out here and give your opinion on the game, you're doing your fans a disservice by not giving them the reality of the situation, bro. Like, look, bro, like we want to come on here and be happy, but shit, like I can't. My job is to come out here and tell you what I see, and I see a team like Kendall said that is in trouble in the first round. So we want to thank somebody for the $10 dono. He said last 2 games prove this team is not built to win the championship. Lose to the 76ers, no Harden and Embiid, followed up by losing to Warriors, no Curry and Clay. Where's the culture at? Embarrassing back to back. I don't know if this team. Look, like I said, bro, there are 5 teams that I believe are all like in a mesh that could be the number 1 seed. Miami is in that group. Like we're one of the better teams in the East, but that does not mean that we can't be beat by a team that we think that we're better than. Like Philly, I've heard too many fans summarily dismiss Philadelphia. We can be beat by Philadelphia.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I still would probably take the Heat in a series, but like it is absolute that is 50-50 as it gets right now. Like that is not a given by any means.
We can be beat by Brooklyn. We can be beat by Milwaukee. We can be beat by Boston. Now, sure, we also have a chance to beat these teams, but we can't be fucking beat, bro. Like, and I want people to get off of this high horse right now. Look at what you're like. Trust your eyes. What is your eyes telling you at this point in the season? This team cannot, goddamn it, close games. They can't do it. And that's going to be a problem because you're going to be relying on yourself to blow teams out in the postseason. And that's not how it's going to go most of the time. Thank you, SRT Dre, for the $1.99. Don't know. He said, you mean ever since Jimmy got healthy? Ever since the whole team got healthy. The whole time we were hurt, we just kept hearing the same shit. Like, wait until we get healthy. We're doing this without all of our guys.
It's like, let's not act like y'all wasn't hyped when Vic came. It was Depot Day.
Yeah, I was there.
It was Depot Day and Peppers.
I was drunk and happy as hell.
You feel me? It was Depot Day and Peppers. Like, y'all was pushing it, and it's like, hey, Depot don't look good.
Oh, he was really like not good tonight. We could talk about that. I'm not gonna blame him, obviously, because the man, he's just trying to get his shots up. Like, this is the recovery period. It's just you're incorporating him at a time where the starters are not. Jimmy, Kyle, and Bam are kind of getting the job done. Like, ultimately, the starters did a good job, but it is not pretty right now. It is not the type of game where you can incorporate him, which is a damn shame because it should be.
Well, let's get into Vic's role a little bit after I read this dono from Marcus Hunter. Thank you for the $4.99 dono. He said the Heat are imploding. This could be Jimmy wearing out his welcome on another team. I don't think we're there yet, but this kind of like a night like tonight where you're going at Spo is one of those nights where you get the fan base to start turning on you.
Like, it could be a turning point in a good way or a bad way for this team, but it really looks like it's going to be a bad way because the whole going at the coach, that is something you just don't do at that level.
Like, listen, sometimes you can go at the coach. What you can't fucking do is go at this coach, not with this franchise. Spo is the guy. And if this fan base has to choose between Jimmy and Spo, it's going to be Spo every time. So, Jimmy, know your role and shut your fucking mouth when you need to, bro. Like, that's just like, and that was one of the moments, bro. Shut up, bro. Shut up. Shit. Let's talk about why Oladipo had to get so much burn tonight. And it's because we didn't have Tyler Hero again, which means our bench was absolutely horrendous. We got 13 points from our bench in total, which is why our starters had to do so much heavy lifting. Every starter we had played over 30 minutes tonight, and Vic was the high man off the bench with 20 minutes tonight off the bench. He said they just banned alcohol in Miami sports beat past 6 p.m. What? It sounds like they want more people to fight, bro. There's more fights.
Probably because of spring break. If that's even real, I don't know.
It might be. But yeah, let's get to it, bro. Our bench was bad tonight, bro. Like, and this kind of what it looks like when we had to hand over the keys to Vic for a night to run the bench. So I want you to talk about the overall bench play and kind of what you saw from Vic getting a heavier load, kind of leading the gap.
Yeah, Vic. The thing with Vic is he's just literally feeling himself out as he's playing. Like there is no level of comfort that he currently has right now. Everything that he's doing feels a little clunky, a little awkward. Some of the passing isn't there. He doesn't understand. He's good when players are cutting around him. It's not the same type of cuts that he's getting that he's used to. This is not the Tyler Hero type of led bench offense. This isn't the pull-up shooter, the get to the rim with some insane touch. Vic's not there yet right now. So It was ugly. There were some missed shots. The shot looks a little streaky, a little shaky. The playmaking, there is some ability there. There's some nice passes, whatever it may be, some ability to get downhill, some juice. But it's just not all the way there. So it's going to take time. But on a night like tonight where you needed to rely on Depot as opposed to having Tyler, having Gabe as kind of those release valves to at least stem you a little bit, you didn't have that tonight. So it was all on Depot to do stuff because, Strus isn't creating for himself. This was a rare, really, really bad Caleb game, in my opinion. When he was on the floor, I did not think he was good. I did not think he was impactful. So that obviously is going to hurt. And then you have Dedmon, Markieff. They look old, not all the way there, giving up offensive boards. It's just easy. It's easy to see why that the bench struggled. This is a game where you need the starters to win you the game, and they couldn't do it.
I 100% agree. They can't fucking do it. Thank you, Leo DeLine, for the $4.99. Don't know. He said, I don't see a finals team. Embarrassed by Phoenix, struggled with Detroit. Multiple times they struggled with goddamn Detroit. I was told the first time that I was a bitch ass pussy for talking about them struggling with Detroit. Ugly loss versus Philly and Golden State. Not one consistent, reliable shooter in the starting lineup. Every word you just said was true. Thank you, John Muller. I'm sorry. I'm going to stop doing your job, jump through my gun. Thank you, John Muller, for the $4.99. Don't know. I think it's funny that we're all shocked that the dude who burns through franchises is having issues again. I don't think it's that we're shocked. I think we thought that he had legitimately turned the corner by the time he got to Miami. He talked about how happy he was being here. It's the type of organization that allows him to be him. And maybe this is a moment where he's being him and the organization is going to move past it. They tend to do shit like that.
Mm-hmm. But it's very possible. It's very, very possible. This blows over and isn't the end of the world. But this is worse than I've ever seen it.
But it didn't look good. I can tell you that. It didn't look good worth a damn. Kendall, I want to get your thoughts on the bench. Of course, we saw a little bit of Markieff at the 5. You said you ain't never want to see that shit again. And I was with you. He was terrible in his 4 minutes. And we had to go back to Dedmon, who was okay. He was the only person with a plus minus tonight. But yeah, go ahead and give me your thoughts on tonight's bench or the bench overall.
I mean, it obviously lets you know that something has to change. At least I think in the playoffs, I don't we've talked about it. I don't see how you can bring Tyler off the bench.
Fuck you, boy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. What Kev talking about?
Let me ask.
Listen to a word we said the whole time.
Has this team over, let's say, the last 10 games, have they looked like a 1 seed to anybody?
No, they look like a 1 seed tonight. We're talking about tonight, boy. They did not look
not even close.
Tonight, bro.
They had damn good stretches where they looked like the best team in the NBA, but let's not get it twisted. The team that was winning all of those games is different than the team that we have seen over the last 10 games. And the difference is the team that we've seen over the last 10 games, for the majority of the part, has been healthy. So you're seeing the healthy parts of this team not clicking the way that it's supposed to. Before, you were seeing the bench players playing to their strengths, and they got hot from 3, and then they started getting confidence. They started feeling themselves.
They started playing different.
They played
the game against Phoenix
fast basketball. It was completely different basketball, and that's understandable. Some players are not going to have the same skill set as others, right? I'm not going to ask Gabe Vincent to go do Jimmy Butler backdowns and try to score, draw 10 fouls a night. That's not going to happen. But the problem is you have 2 guys that when they play together are pretty damn easy to guard when they're on the floor together, and Jimmy and Bam. I understand they got their numbers tonight, but when you play against a good defense, when Jonathan Kuminga was on the floor with those 2 on the floor, it was like they were erased. And that's Jonathan Kuminga. He's going to be a good player in the NBA, but he is not going to be Giannis. He is not going to be
19.
Embiid in a playoff series.
He's 19.
That's the issue.
His nickname is Cum Bucket.
He's nice, though. I'm a fan of his.
We're not just going to speed past the fact that this man's name is Cum Bucket.
Hey,
it's K-U-M. It's family friendly. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's what Golden State call it.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey man, that bench is Tyler a bust, and you know how much pressure that is. To say, Tyler, we need 23 to 25. Yeah, he got the ability to do it. But man, hey, look, see how you got people laughing at home. You know what I'm saying? You got to switch up the vibe a little bit.
Bro.
Golden State after dark. That's funny.
After dark in the Bay.
He's gonna be good.
Yeah, for sure. But like, I mean, like I wasn't putting my faith in Gabe Vincent. He didn't play tonight. I mean, and Struz and Caleb. That's just asking way too much. Like, yeah, they might be able to have one game or so, like in a but to depend on that, like, and it was a topic. I don't remember who it was. Someone said, like that this team as a 1 seed, like you don't fear them because they don't have one of them guys. Like tonight, one of them guys will win this game. And it's like, would you feel good about it? Probably not. Like you would because you got to win. But at least knowing that you can go into games like, well, if shit get bad, we can give the ball to him and we can tell everybody to get out the way, or we could just play through him. It's like the Heat don't have that. It's a chain. It's links in a chain, man. They gotta be connected every night. Someone's role can elevate, someone can take a step back. But bro, if it's not clicking, like that's grit and grind. You're not grit and grinding your way to a championship.
We need to put that on a t-shirt because you keep saying it, and every time you say it, bro, if it just becomes like it screams louder and louder at me as I watch these games, bro. We're trying to grind out every game, grind out every win, and that shit ain't gonna always get us.
You're not doing that in the playoffs, bro.
And we're grinding it out with bad defense. That's one of the things too that stood out. Like this defense went from being they were absolutely like probably the top defense in the NBA for quite a while, and when they are healthy, in theory, they should be a really good defense. They look 2 steps too slow. It is not pretty defense, and even including the starters, I'm not rocking with the defense right now.
No.
PJ Tucker's 2 steps too slow. Duncan was going under on every single screen tonight for absolutely no reason. There is no reason you should go under on Jordan Poole. No reason you should go under on Damian Lee if he's hot. It was just their process defensively is not working right now.
And it's against bench players, bro.
Didn't Jordan Poole give us 30 last time we played with the Warriors?
Probably. He's ignitable.
So. I think he definitely had over 20, bro. Like even against Detroit, like I saw it in like the game in person in the first quarter. I was like, we had like a 7-point lead. The next thing you know, I'm like, damn, they played this well in the first quarter, and like their ball movement and just like players out of position, and it's like, what the fuck is going on out there? That like Cade Cunningham is not playing, but we can't stop Killian Hayes from getting to his left hand when he's just left-handed. And like you saw it tonight, bro. Like, bro, they couldn't stop nobody. Damian Lee was getting busy out there, bro.
It's too easy. It is. Whew.
Way too easy. Thank you, Talking Movies, for the $5 dono. He said it's bad news if the only starter who can get a perimeter shot off the dribble is Kyle Lowry. I want to thank James Todd for the other $5 dono. He said, I was told I could grind my way to a championship. Well, my man Kendall just told you that's a bold-faced ass lie. Whoever told
you that shit happened one time, and that Lakers team was old as hell.
But I kind of want to talk to the people who saying that what we're doing now is an overreaction. Because right now, like, this is not an overreaction. We've been saying the same shit the whole year. It's just we were winning games while we were saying it, and we were called everything outside of a child of God because of it. Like we were called haters. We were called like
I'm his favorite.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, stop. My God, love me. but no, like legit though. These are things that we're talking about. We talked about late game execution. We've talked about the over reliance on Tyler Hero. We've talked about the over reliance on PJ Tucker. We talked about
Jimmy and Bam can't shoot jump shots.
We talked about the bench playing above their heads in stretches. We talked about, maybe this team doesn't fit as well together as we initially thought it was. Before I want to ask y'all this, and I'm gonna let y'all get some time to think about it before I read this dono. Which of those things, like which of those topics that we've been talking about all year, has come back to bite us the hardest? Like, what thing right now are you saying that is the biggest problem that we've been talking about all year long as being a problem, but even when we were winning games? So I want to thank Jason Adebale for the $1.99 dono. He says, so sad to see we cooked. Thank you, Sweatbag Mirror, for the $1.99 dono. He said Bruce Brown about to collect rent.
Bro, Bruce Brown been hooping.
Listen, bro, and he does that against Miami too. Thank you, Brandon Alvarez, for the $4.99 dono. He said either the team will be humbled for this stretch and rebound, or they will implode. Do or die time for the season. Don't let this season go to waste. We have 9 games left in the season, bro.
The season is over, bro.
The season is a wrap. We're going to the playoffs. We already clinched. Thank you, Marlon Bailey, for the $2 dono. He said number 26 in clutch offense rated for the season. Yo, I'm not a big stats guy, but that is a very alarming stat. So I kind of vamped a little bit to let y'all get some time to think. Kendall, we're gonna start this one with you. Of all the things that we've been talking about all year, what are you seeing now that is the most concerning still?
That, it seemed like I'm beating up on, bro, but like Jimmy Butler is not that guy. Like, y'all can lie to yourselves and try to convince yourselves, big face coffee, stupidly locked in. Jimmy Butler is not that guy. It's time for him to take a step back.
With the shot.
You got to play through Bam, and you play through question everything. And I'm questioning everything with Jimmy Butler being our number one player. Like, I saw something that I actually liked. They was running dribble handoffs with Duncan and Jimmy.
Yes.
And
early on that worked.
Yeah. I was like, do that in between the game. Don't open like that. Open with Bam post-ups. It's like, the man is what, 32, 33?
I think 32.
Approaching the end of his prime. Like, I have never seen that happen in a game of basketball where a guy is like 31, 32, 33 years old and he turns into this.
Hold on. We got somebody else who decided that they wanted to come to the party. Hey, man, I know you get the vibes. Vibe check, everybody. Let's bring this man in here. The man who done seen it from the beginning. Became himself, Prophet Threat. Breaking this up. Hey, Bishop. You tried to tell him.
You got a Tyreek Hill jersey?
I wish this motherfucker was a Tyreek Hill jersey. You hear me?
Hey. I'm sorry, Kendall. I know you were in the middle, but I'm going to go ahead and let my boy get
let
off.
Him cook.
Hey, cuz, what you tried to tell him all season, King Threat, man?
Listen, Linda, listen. Dog, I tried to put y'all on game about this team. They called me names. They came after my mother. They came after my brother. Hey, you feel? I warned y'all. And y'all was listening to these fans who or these analysts that was selling y'all on a whole lot of BS. You know what I'm saying? This team is very, very, very fraudulent. And we told y'all this months ago. You know what I'm saying? We told y'all this gave us a little Atlanta Hawks vibe. We told y'all about Jimmy Butler. We told y'all about the late game situation. It was a lot of, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of bullshit going on by this fan base. And we just had to keep it 1,000 with y'all, and y'all was not trying to hear that shit. But and all we kept saying was just wait till the playoffs roll around. Wait till the playoffs roll around. And we're gonna keep that same energy. Just wait till the playoffs roll around. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always keep it 1,000 with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always keep it real, but this team ain't what it was hyped up to be. Everybody was excited about the 1 seed, this, that, and the third. Who gives a fuck about a 1 seed, dog? We don't care. We knew it was fraudulent when boys are let's get on this side of the bracket. Let's get on that side of the bracket. If you're worried about what side of the bracket and which team you got to play in this, that, and the third round, then you ain't ready. You not playoff built. You
is not one of them.
Built. You is not one of them.
You is not one of them
at all. So I'm not happy the way things are unfolding. But you know what I'm saying? The brand is at an all-time high right now. And you know what I'm saying? I just want y'all. I just want y'all to my flowers. I just want my flowers. That's all.
Threat wasn't even planning on coming on tonight because the Heat were tied at halftime. And then he saw that we were as soon as that third quarter hit, he said, "Hold on, babe. I gotta go do the stream. I gotta go do this." And then they came back. And then he said, whoa, I can't show up. And then he waited till the fourth quarter to say, all right, but you got to go home.
Boy,
I got to hop on stream.
Like 2015 Golden State with the
But no, bro. Go ahead, bro.
I'm done with my reign. I'm just in shock. I'm in disbelief. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all
you are not in disbelief. You are not in disbelief. You thought this was happening the whole time.
Oh, I'm not in disbelief that this is going down. I'm disbelief people are acting shocked. That's what I'm in disbelief. You know what I'm saying? Moses told people to get
So
on that damn boat.
Threat, you expected them to lose not one but 2 games against legitimate role players led by Tyrese Maxey and Jordan Poole?
Oh, absolutely not. It was absolutely not. That
I mean, it still is surprising. Like, seeing shit rear its head like this, no, this is absolutely surprising. I'll go later, but
No, go now. You're already talking. Thank
I
you
don't think. Oh no, go ahead.
That boy said.
Neil Patel didn't say. Beautiful. The boy Neil Patel. Appreciate you. Who else gave me somebody? I seen $5 or $4.99. Thank you, Stevie Weeds, for the $5. Don't know. He says simply fix Martin. Simple. Start over Duncan. Bench should go to Hero, Gabe, Struess, DD.
Hey boy, look at what you pulling from.
The rotation got destroyed when Depot and Moore came back. That sounds like some shit Threat was saying. Like, take Duncan Robinson out the rotation entirely. You know what? We're changing the name of the show tonight. The name of the show tonight is Give Threat His Fucking Flowers, bro. That's what it is, bro. Every time somebody says something that Threat said this whole year, I'm going to give Threat his flowers. Thank you, Sweatback Mirror, for the $4.99. Don't know. He said, I don't want to see the Bucks with Brook Lopez back. Give Threat his flowers, bro. Threat said that shit 3 months ago. Jimmy and Bam might average less than 30. Give Threat his flowers. He said that shit at the beginning of the season. These losses make me give y'all my money. My head. Hey,
Wesley Matthews is dangerously looming.
Yo, FPNL, that's what they call that boy.
Cut the lights off.
David Sassen, thank you for the $2. Don't know. He said Jimmy about to blow the Threat house with them braids. Yo, listen, big brains. But go ahead. You saying like you was about to get off, Gag. Go ahead and make your point, bro.
No, I don't think this is all lost, right? Like, that doesn't really change my opinion on the team from where I was before. Like, I still think this team is, like a top 6 team in terms of, like, they can contend for a championship. Now, you can rank them 5 or 6, whatever it may be. Other teams have a way better chance. We are not going to be the favorite in most of these series or whatever. They have huge flaws. The defense is falling off at the absolute worst part of the season. You are getting shooting regression because a lot of guys are shooting above their heads from 3 for a majority of the season. You absolutely need Tyler Hero. Like, he might be as important to our offense as any player is to any non-MVP caliber player is to their offense in the NBA. Like, that's how important Tyler Hero is, because without him playing and firing at all cylinders, this offense is disgusting. And it brings you to the question, the one that I've been bringing up all year: do Jimmy and Bam fit with each other? Because we've seen renditions of it where it works. Jimmy and Bam have to be hitting mid-range. They have to be those 2-level scorers or whatever it may be. They don't. That's my one takeaway. Like, what I've seen from Kyle Lowry actually makes me a little bit more optimistic than I probably was about like a month and a half ago. But Jimmy and Bam, that is my question mark right now. Because if those two cannot thrive, if they can just be easy to defend, you are in a lot of trouble against these really good teams. Really, really good teams that you're going to be struggling with. And you're going to still give them problems. I have faith that the defense is going to show up in the playoffs. I have faith that they're going to turn up a little bit more energy and not get beat on all these back cuts and all the shit like that. But my question will always go back to, can Jimmy and Bam get it done at the same time on the same floor in a playoff series? We've seen it before, but I'm not seeing it right now, and I don't know if I have belief that they will be able to do so come playoff time.
So, Threat, I'm going to throw you a question after I throw this one to Kendall, because I want Kendall to talk about what Gab was just talking about and Jimmy and Bam's fit on the floor together. But the question that I'm going to throw to you after Kendall answers that is the same question that I asked those two. What have we been talking about all year that's showing up now in this part of the season that worries you most? All right? Don't answer it just yet. I want you to sit down and take some time to think about it. Before I get to any of that shit, though, we want to thank the primary sponsor of the 5 Reasons Sports post-game show, and that is Aggressive Insurance. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any insurance needs, please do yourself a favor and give Miss Lynette and her team a call at 954-581-8800. Or you can visit her website at www.insurancebylynette.com, and they will handle any insurance needs that you have. Wonderful person, big Heat fan, and obviously a member of the 5 Reasons Sports team that we value very much. So we appreciate Miss Lynette and her team over at Aggressive Insurance. And while you're here, we got 695 people watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the 5 Reasons Sports post-game show, or this network, but mainly just the post-game show. But yeah, like the channel, subscribe, like this video, subscribe. Y'all know I'm still trying to get my YouTuber shit together, but I don't know. Like, like this video, subscribe to the channel for more Heat content all the time. This is what the fuck we do. Kendall, I want to throw you the question about. Oh damn! Thank you, Marlon Bailey, for the $2 dono. He said $70 million that can defend. That can be defended by traffic cones. Thank you, Talking Movies, for the $5 dono. He said if Jordan Poole banking in 2 deep, 35-foot, one-legged threes actually sinks our season, I'm going to be fucking sick. Yeah, I'm with you on that. So damn, we got another one. Thank you, Merkley, for the $5 dono. He said, "Yo, is it crazy to say that we should trade everyone but Tyler and Bam and go get a star player like Donovan Mitchell or some other young star?" Talk to us during the playoffs after we get eliminated. In the finals, bitch, when we win that bitch. Then we'll talk about some shit like that. But yeah, I'm gonna throw this to you, Kendall, and then we're gonna go to Threat. But Kendall, how concerned are you with the Jimmy and Bam matchup on the floor?
Before I do that, shout out to my man Z Visions in the comments, bro. I see you. He done been preaching the same shit we've been preaching.
He has been.
Twitter.
He's been consistent.
He's been consistent as hell. They've been consistent because it might be a woman. I don't know.
This is true.
They've been consistent throughout the season. So shout out to them. What's the question? Does Jimmy and Bam fit?
Yeah.
Hey man, when Jimmy Butler gets the basketball, watch Bam Adebayo's shoulders. Them bitches drop. And he floats right to the baseline in the little dunker spot. Bam knows that if Jimmy has the ball, he's not touching it. It's not going to get to the only that ball goes from Jimmy's hands to Bam's hands is if it makes a quick stop at the rim and it bounces off. That's the only way it's going to touch. Like Jimmy Butler to Bam, it's not a good fit at all. Threat said it. It was a joke. It was funny as hell. That we run a 90s lineup of 3 centers. It's the mini towers. We don't have a Duncan and a Robinson. We got this. We got a cell phone signal in the front front court. It go PJ, Jimmy, and then Bam. It looked like you got 3 bars on your snake phone. And that offensive fit, now PJ knees are creaky as hell. They sound like they need WD-40. It just is what it is. So his spacing and all that 3-point shooting from the corner, that shit is toast. I don't think it's coming back because that brother is old. And they even had a quote. They asked him about resting, and he was like, "Rest me, no." And PJ being on the court affects like Jimmy and Bam being able to play together because it just makes it even more tighter. Like Duncan is hit or miss, so Kyle Lowry don't want to shoot sometimes.
He went 6 of 8 from 3 tonight.
Yeah.
He's shooting like 65% from 3 over his last 4 games, and we're playing horrible. Kyle Lowry is saving us from looking like the worst team in the NBA the last few games. Credit to Kyle. He's turning up. Like he's back into real season shit.
I want to ask a follow-up question to what Kendall was kind of talking about. Kendall, when you talk about PJ, you said his shot, you don't think his shot is going to come back. Like, if PJ's shot doesn't come back, how many minutes should we be playing PJ?
You ain't got no choice but to keep playing him. Because
who else are you going to play?
At least you know his defense. At least you know he can. Bro, at least like, it's better.
But it's been getting worse.
It's getting worse, but you still know that it's better than Markieff Morris's.
Sure.
And you ain't throwing Caleb Martin in the starting lineup. It's just I just don't see it happening. Not for PJ at least. I don't think PJ shot, like, I don't see it coming back. Not for a stretch. Oh, I would love to address that quote. But yeah, that's how I feel on that.
Yeah, I'm going to give everybody a chance to jump here on this quote. I got a couple things I want to do first. Thank you, Sweatband, here for the $1.99. Don't know. He said, "Don't wait. Jimmy ain't stupidly locked in yet, LOL."
That is a good thing.
That we're so thankful that he is not. But Threat, I want to ask you this question because I had you waiting for a long time, and then we'll all address this quote together. Threat, of all the things that we've been talking about all season that have been worrisome about this team and the way that they play, what to you at this point is worrying you the most that's still going on?
It's an easy answer for me, and it's one that we've been harping on since I don't know how long. It's the late game. It's late game heat, and I don't think people understand the chemistry issues we're seeing on the court between Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler. Like Kendall says, look at Bam's posture. Look at his body language when we run that late game lineup. He basically knows he's not getting the rock. They run the pick and roll with Bam, and well, they don't even attempt. But when they do, they know teams are going to sag on it. None of them can shoot. So what are they really doing? You know what I'm saying? The issue also is, in the first quarter, you see we're running sets, we're running plays, we're running things for Duncan Robinson, even though I slandered him a lot. That's why the offense looks halfway decent in the first quarter as opposed to late game, because in the late game, we're not running those sets. We're running Jimmy post-ups. Everybody sit in the corner. Bam stays by the other side of the basket, and the way he touches the ball is if it's a miss. You know what I'm saying? Or unless Tyler Hero gets him involved in the pick and roll. So it's the late game offense, dog. And we don't have him. We don't have that guy. We don't have one of those on the roster right now as constructed to take over late game. Go ahead, Gad.
What's our best play? What's the best play that the Heat run?
Sheesh. That's
right
a bar
now,
there.
bro, for me, the best play, well, I won't say best play because I don't know, but the play I am most confident in is a Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo pick and roll.
Pick and roll.
That is because do we ever run that in the fourth quarter of any basketball game when the whole closing group is on the floor?
You run it in the fourth, but you don't run it in closing time, which is
you don't run it with the other guys on the floor. Exactly. Like that is my thing. You have something that I think genuinely works. You can genuinely get a lot out of it in the playoffs. You are not using it to its fullest potential, and that is a very quick switch. Very quick switch. If you start going to not Jimmy, God bless his soul, not Jimmy, Tyler and Bam high pick and roll. If you do that, if you go to that, I think that is something where you can say, oh shit, something clicked. And like that's a switch that you can flip. Go to it. Get those reps. Because you can actually work with that against damn good basketball teams. But they're just not doing it. I don't see it. Late.
No,
they don't
even
try.
It's just hot. It's just hero ISOs at the end of the game instead of running that pick and roll, which I don't understand either.
Well, I think you kind of I think everybody knew Kendall hit the nail on the head when he named the play, the Bam Tyler pick and roll. Mm-hmm. I think everybody in the comments agreed. We all on the panel unanimous in that shit. I think what kind of unlocked that a little bit, well, not a little bit, but entirely, is Tyler's ability to throw the lob to Bam now. Like Tyler's growth in that area where he ain't trying to kill this motherfucker, but he can actually throw the lob in the same stratosphere as Bam, and Bam can go up there and get it and dunk it. Like that elevated that play to the top of what our offense should be. And I think nobody else is making that pass to Bam. It's the only one where you have two guys that are legitimate threats from the beginning to the end of the play involved in the play. So that shit, I mean, that's a bar there. I want to bring back up the Kyle Lowry comment for me, Ramlakan, so that we can get to that. The boy is functioning high volume right now, bro. I'm keeping my plays bounce back and forth. It was crazy, but it was passion. It's good to sometimes get some anger and frustration out and just talk about it, as long as we are still together, and we are. Okay, so I mean, look, me personally, I'm gonna take him at his word. If he say that it's just a one-off, then I'm gonna let it go. But Kendall, you shaking your head, so we'll start with you. You buying what Kyle Lowry's selling?
Absolutely not, because of time, bro. You just got here. How am I can rock with that quote if it's a UD. I would rock with that quote more if it's a Detman, if it's Tyler, because all them guys have been around each other more. What am I supposed to just take Kyle Lowry at his word just because, bro? Kyle Lowry is good friends with Jimmy, so Jimmy might tell him, "Nah, I'm good. We still together." But I don't think that trickles down to everybody in the locker room. Just because Jimmy might say, "Oh, nah, I'm good," whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean that Tyler looked at that and was just like, nah, fuck it, whatever. We going to keep moving. I think they're going to keep hooping, you know what I'm saying? Because that's their job and that's what they do. But I'm not putting no credibility into that just because Lowry said it. That is something, yeah, he's a leader on a basketball court, but I personally don't view him as just the leader of this team. I don't think he's one of the top two leaders of this team. So I'm more comfortable if that comes from somebody who was involved in the situation. If Spo come out and say it, then cool. But you know what I'm saying? And it's just the way that happened, man. off of 2 bad games. Like the whole culture,
I
like
think it's got to be deeper than 2 bad games.
exactly,
it
bro.
has
It
to be
has
deeper than 2
deeper
bad
than
games.
just like
Things can't be that fickle after such a good relationship for that long.
Exactly, bro. So it's just like, just knowing how relationships work. This isn't even a basketball thing, just like a people skill thing. Like, you don't just tee off on somebody like that you fuck with and you got love for. Like, Jimmy was rocking Spo's college jersey in the bubble.
Yeah.
And Spo was like, where the fuck did you get that? You know what I'm saying? It was love. So for that to tee up and for Spo to have to ask him, what the fuck, you gonna try to fight me or something? Like, bro, that didn't just happen because of 2 bad games back to back, bro. Yeah, like that's been bubbling up. So like Kyle saying we still together, nah, it's cracks in that, bro.
Yeah, I think you done flipped my opinion with your opinion. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was easy too. Like, yeah, he had me in the first 10 minutes, first 10 seconds. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm with you, bro. I think I would have liked to hear more so from somebody involved in the situation. I think that would have been more impactful. Or if it was one of the leaders of the team, well, who were mainly involved, Jimmy, Spo, UD. Like, those are the leaders of this team and this franchise. And so, yeah, I mean, thank you, Kendall. Gat. Oh, Coach Spo, everyone was asking about the dinner plans after the game. We have a pretty gnarly group. Okay, that's Spo brushing it off.
Spo's a liar.
I don't think it's something that like they can't move past. Like,
right.
if you are the Heat and you are Heat culture and you pride yourself on, okay, we can have issues and we can squash it and get past that, right? You can get through this, but to have this moment itself was just very embarrassing. like you don't have the head coach look at the star player and say, "What, you want me to fucking fight you?" That's just not how relationships work when you're in the NBA at that point. So obviously there's some issues, whatever it may be. Can they squash it? Absolutely. I hope they do. I'm glad that they're not trying to make it up to be a big deal. Like, you don't need it to be. Try to keep it as in-house as possible, although everyone saw whatever it was. Try to keep it in-house, keep it a minimal issue, just bounce back and actually try to start playing good basketball. Like, maybe this is a wake-up call. Maybe this is something where they say, oh shit, we have to start playing hard or whatever it may be, because they're about 1 loss away from Boston from being not even like the 3 seed. I think they're, 2 games ahead of the 4 seed? Like, like it can slip away really, really quick, but they still are in the driver's seat. Just so hopefully they're able to brush it off. But that was an ugly, ugly moment. And I don't think it is going to brush off as easily with all the media and whatever. It's going to be asked about for a little bit.
I want to add one more thing.
Go ahead.
Because Threat pointed this out to me in the Philly game. There's been a lot of snapping on each other on that court. Kyle Lowry teed off on Duncan going into a timeout in the first quarter of that Philly game. Because Duncan missed a switch or a rotation. It's been a lot of chirping on that court between each other.
And I think part of it is the frustration of them realizing like that they haven't played up to the standard that they set for themselves. Like, that's a frustrating experience. I think that's part of what's going on here. And so I think what we're asking is not so much as this is breaking like I think people believe that we're overreacting this, but it's not. It's just like there's been a build up to this. Like, maybe we haven't heard about it, maybe we haven't seen it, but there has to be a build up to Jimmy threatening to fight Spo. Like, that doesn't just come out in a loss. And so what we're asking is, how impactful was the blow up that we saw tonight? Like, is it something that they're going to move past, or is it legitimately like a crack in the Heat's armor? Where are you? Are you worried about this? Not worried about it? You know, you believe in Coach Spo and Kyle, or you got your own opinions on what was happening in that huddle?
I believe what I see, man. I believe my eyes, and none of what I don't see. Like, whatever, I don't know. I just feel like there's definitely a crack in the armor. Like I pointed out last game, Kendall brought it up. Kyle spazzed on Duncan Robinson. Boys
you about to get fried.
Oh my, look at this boy.
No, go ahead.
No, but it's definitely some concerns, man. And why at this point of the season, like, everybody's getting frustrated that it's not coming along, that the chain and the link is not clicking how it's supposed to. And I think everybody's getting frustrated because they're waiting for this switch. And it's not.
Could this be the switch? Could this be the switch?
I think that's to Alfredo Arteaga's point. He said good teams take advantage of these blowups. Bad teams let them end their season.
Great point.
And I think that's what we're saying. Like
we know they're better than what they've shown. It's just this type of moment just doesn't happen.
No,
often.
Not this late in the season too.
Exactly, and it doesn't really like. It happens with Spo. We saw like LeBron James bump him, whatever. We see them get into it. We saw Wade get into it with Spo. So we know that players get into it with the coach, but it's just like it ain't to the point where a player talking about they finna fight him. Like that ain't something that happens. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you, David Sasson, for the $2 dono. He said UD and Spo versus Logan and Jake Paul 2023, please. I got my money on UD. Neil Patel, thank you for the $4.99 dono. He said, team are literally going under the screen with Jimmy. Imagine your 3-point percentage being lower than a cup of small face coffee. Hey, man, don't disrespect the man brand now. That's an entrepreneur, man. Big face coffee, man. We up. Yeah, we've been going about 50 minutes. Okay, yeah, let's talk about the next game, bro. This game here is over with, bro.
Ooh, can I add one more thing?
No, for sure. Go ahead, bro.
I think when that whole debacle happened, whatever it may be, I was kind of impressed with the way that they bounced back, specifically being Bam. Like, it was cool to see that moment. Like, hey, maybe this is a leader that you can kind of turn to. I think he had, 12 straight points? Something like that in the third quarter? Yeah. He was going in. Yeah. And then Kyle was also doing a good job weathering the storm. PJ was kind of dogging it out. Jimmy was the only one that was half-assing it after that point. Like, I was kind of proud of the way that the other veterans on the team responded. Hopefully, they just get that effort out of Jimmy next game.
Yeah, I think they'll get the when they start empowering Bam to do more. I think we'll start to see a different Jimmy. Like I think they need to make a conscious effort to be like, all right, Jimmy, you now the number 3 score option, so you defer to Bam and Tyler all the time. Oh, we'll see a different Jimmy then. We will see how much of a team player boy is now. But after every terrible loss, everybody could use some medicine. And that is exactly what the fuck we finna get in the form of our next game. We play the goddamn New York Knicks on Friday. Praise God. Dad, the boy feeling good?
Bing bong. Listen, on our worst days, we are 30 times better than that trash-ass fucking organization. I don't care. The Heat are actually finna blow that shit out. Is this game at home?
Yes, it is.
This is at home. Tyler Hero, I pray to God he's back because we do need that man. He is increasingly important game by game. We absolutely need him to go off. But this is a type of, if you're a good team, you bounce back and you blow the doors off of this fucking team, and then you pretty much do it again against the Nets on Saturday. But we'll talk about that on Friday. Win the damn game. Show us that this was just a little bump in the road, whatever it may be. You guys are grown ass men who can figure it out. I hope that's what it is, because if this shit implodes because of this whole situation, I'll be very, very frustrated because they've had a damn good season.
Oh yeah, I'll be very pissed. All of Caleb Martin's hard work down the drain. Threat, the boy feeling good?
Yeah, we playing the New York Knickerbockers, man. I mean, it don't get no easier than that. It don't get no better feeling than that. We gonna blow that shit out. Them boys gonna either sink or swim, dog. So I like them boys to swim very, very, very easily. I got us winning by 20 plus.
Yes, indeed. Kendall.
Yes, sir.
We going 3 for 3. The boy feeling good?
The boy is feeling amazing. That's how you see. That's the look we're gonna have on our face after what we do to the Knicks, because you know what I'm saying. Them boys is pure doo doo. They as garbage as them rats running around in them subway stations. And like my man said in the battle rap, fuck the Yankees, fuck the Jets, fuck the Islanders, fuck the Nets, fuck the Knicks, fuck the Jets. Fuck the Buffalo Bills. That's how I feel. Hey, man, we finna beat the brakes off them motherfuckers. Hey, Tom Thibodeau can't even talk no more with his hoarse voice ass. It's about to be a massacre. Where we play him at? Oh, y'all mentioned it.
Play him
at the crib?
At the crib, baby.
It's ugly.
Just warm up to Pepas, honestly. I don't care.
Y'all remember Buddy off Courage the Cowardly Dog when the little motherfucker knocked on the door? He was, ugh! Hey, that's how it's gonna look. That's how it's gonna look to what we about to do to the Knicks on the court, man. That is one team where I will never out the heat culture comes out when the Knicks get involved, bro. Fuck them boys. We about to bust their ass.
Yo, you know it, y'all boys speaking my language. Everybody who been in this show listening to us kill this team all. This should be y'all favorite part of the show because it always go the same goddamn way. The Heat about to blow that shit out. Fuck is you talking about? Listen, bro. This is the Knicks. It has already been said, bro. We let RJ Barrett go off for damn near career high. It was his career high, wasn't it? Last game he played us.
Yeah. He was stupid.
Yeah, he
It was
went
a career
crazy.
high. What do you have? Like 14?
Something around there. But he was going crazy.
Nah, he like 50 almost, right?
Yeah, he had almost 50. He was going crazy. And we still bust their ass. It's going to happen again because that boy will never again have a game like that.
That boy tone changed, huh?
I'm telling you. Oh, wait, fam? Knicks the best team to play when you in a slump? For sure. What's 46?
I guess that's RJ.
RJ Barrett's age.
8, yeah, I was about to. Yeah, you beat me to
No, that's the year RJ Barrett was born. Fuck is you talking about?
AB or BC?
Hey, I do want to say one thing though. One last thing, because I saw a comment on here and that bothered me. Boy said we just see headlines and we regurgitate it. Dog, where you think these headlines come from, bro?
Hey, you better talk to him.
Hey, season 1. Hey, this season, game 1, we was on Duncan head top saying, hey, pack him up and go. We put up a trade offer, said Duncan for Harrison Barnes. Everybody said, we are nuts. We are crazy. You guys are stupid. You guys don't know ball. Kyle Lowry, after 10 games, we said Kyle Lowry look a little, he don't look like that guy. He look a little, Everybody was on the head top once again. Late game situation, we brought that up. Midpoint of the season, we brought up that. And boys were saying we don't know ball at all. Bam and Jimmy chemistry, we brought that up. Fraudulent, we brought that up. And where you think these headlines come from? I said
I want to see Tyler Bam have a better game, offensive game. Let's see it because those are young guys. We started seeing it. And word is Tyler see everything. So maybe that boy was watching Clutch Corner because he knows some real ones talking ball, you know what I'm saying? So maybe we ain't following headlines. Maybe you just too scared to put your nuts on the table and say what you really see. And that ain't how we getting down over here, cuz.
That's a fact.
But that boy say Threat hasn't missed yet. Hey, man. Listen, man. Y'all came to the right place. Y'all came to the right place if you want to hear the future, man. And if you want to hear the real about the ball, bro, just join us, bro. We'll be here every game like clockwork, dude. Just come on back. We'll insult your ass if you talk crazy. But please believe one thing for sure. We going to always tell you the truth about what we feel. Most of the time, I be lying to y'all ass. I ain't even going to lie. So thank you guys in the comments as always for joining us, making the show much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to my man, Gadiel Carter, Hayner, Kendall, and Threat for joining me tonight. And thank you to my man, Jonathan Romacon in the background for producing the boys. We'll see y'all next game. Play the video, Jonathan.
Jimmy buckets! Clutch time!
Tyler Hero, what a finisher he's become.
Lane, Oladipo. Oh! That's right. You better mean mug after you dunk on somebody that way.